Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. We're going to explore the different types of learners with special needs and see how understanding their unique learning styles can really change the way we teach. Just a quick note, this video is for educational purposes only. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content. Let's dive in and discover how we can support every learner to reach their full potential. Now, before we jump into the full discussion, let me share our objectives for this session. First, we will define the different types of special needs. Second, we will look at the etiologies and causes behind these special needs. And third, we will explore the learning characteristics. Alright, let's keep going. Imagine having classmates whose weekends are spent gathering stories from elders, joining rituals, or living close to the mountains. How do you think their experiences as an Indigenous learner shape the way they see school, classmates, and learning style? Before we understand their needs or their special needs, we must try to understand who they really are. So, let's dive into the learners in Indigenous groups. Indigenous groups means distinct social and cultural groups that share collective ancestral ties to the lands and natural resources where they live, occupy, or from which they have been displaced. Moreover, they are communities that can be found in the interiors of Luzon, Mindanao, and some islands of Visayas. There are 14 to 17 million indigenous peoples belonging to 110 ethno-linguistic groups. Now, in Luzon, let's talk about the Igorot. They are the people from the Cordillera Mountains who are broadly known as Igorot. Cordillera peoples are indigenous population of the Cordillera mountain range covering 6 provinces, comprising of Abra, Apayao, Benguet, Ifugao, Kalinga, and Mountain Province. We also have the Caraballo tribes, who together with the Agtat peoples inhabit the Caraballo mountain range in eastern central Luzon, comprising of Ibanag, Ilonggo, Gaddang, Ikalahan, and Isinay. And in Visayas, we have the Mangyan or Manyan people. They are referred to the 8 tribes from Mindoro Islands. In Mindanao, we have the Lumad and the Moro. Moro means Moor and practices Islam. Meanwhile, Lumad means indigenous or native, which is a generic term embracing all non-Muslim hill tribes of Mindanao. Now, these are some of the challenges that learners in indigenous groups face. The first one is the socio-cultural and educational barriers. They often experience social isolation, lack of access to adequate learning materials, limited educational services, insufficient government support, and funding. These barriers affect their ability to complete mainstream education, and these barriers impact their personal and social well-being. The second one is learner attributes. So sometimes it's because of their facial feature and their inability to cope up with the socio-economic status of the urban people. They are often mocked. But one of the advantages of being in indigenous groups is that IP learners demonstrate resilience and they show a strong desire for growth and social change through education. They also have linguistic challenges. The first one is the presence of significant language barriers. Instruction often occurs in Filipino or English, while indigenous communities use native language. So that would be a problem. Difficulties in comprehension, participation, and writing proficiency. We also have indigenous learners who are consistently scoring lower in English as second language. Another challenge would not just be on the part of the students, but also on the part of the school, particularly on teacher-related issues. Teachers in IP education may lack cultural sensitivity. They may have a lack of appropriate training to effectively teach them. And lastly, going back to learners in IPs, they may have access and participation issues such as low enrollment, which is evident, high dropout rates, absenteeism, and lack of resources such as gadgets and internet connectivity, especially in remote areas. And that's it. Understanding them isn't difficult, it's just that the support that we're giving is what needs to be worked. And I hope in this lesson and in this journey that we've been together, you have unlocked your dedication and commitment towards embracing the uniqueness of the different types of learners with special needs. And that's it. See you in the next video. For more updates, like this video and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.